Welcome to WagerTalk Today, the gold standard of sports betting shows where we talk the talk, walk the walk. It's hump day, Wednesday, loaded night, college basketball, NBA. Dan, for you and me, we've got a bunch of lacrosse to go over tonight. We've got Premier League of Darts tomorrow. We got a golf tournament that starts. We have 2 4% rugby plays that are up. Who says it's only basketball today? Come on in here, buddy.
I'm pumped up, man. Honestly, moving out through the football season, I'm happy we don't have the Super Bowl to talk about for the 40th day in a row. I'm not gonna lie to you. So yeah, we have a great show coming. 3 of the best hoops handicappers that WagerTalk has to offer. Drew Martin's gonna talk a little college basketball for you. Florida, Georgia, Virginia Tech, Clemson, free plays in both of those coming your way. Then we got Ross Benjamin. He's going to give you a little 2-pack on the hardwood for college basketball and NBA. He's talking Thunder, Suns, and NBA and New Mexico Grand Canyon, your late night bailout special, as our friend Drew Martin would say, coming your way from Ross Benjamin. Free plays in both of those. And then Skee, the NBA king, coming on. Knicks 76ers. Wearing the 76ers hat for him here, and Spurs, Warriors. And I'll also let you know what he has coming up on Profit Picks, which follows us here on the channel. Andy, as you mentioned, we got a WTF or LFG to kick off the show. I'm going to look to bounce back from you were smoking hot last week, giving out free plays here at the top of the show. I'm 0-2 this week, giving out a curling play to start the week there, Andy. And Andy's going to take you all around the world, has props and free picks for you across a couple different leagues, Andy. So nothing to it but to do it. Let's get into it, brother.
All right. Okay, I'm going to do a little PSA here real quick, and then I want to get to WTF LFG. Okay, I had an issue where a play was misgraded on one of my sports books, okay? I won't name the sports book. It just rhymes with craft things, okay? Not Rand Fool. Yeah, not Fret MGM, but craft things. Gotcha. It rhymes with craft things. And they were wrong. I have the rules. I know how this works. I know the rules, and they were wrong. It took me 14 emails and 3 different customer service reps, but I did get it changed. Well done. Your assignment when this happens, you have to be well equipped with the knowledge of the books. You have to have websites. You have to have links. It's a pain. Do not stop until they have fixed your misgrading. They will tell you no. They will tell you that you are wrong. And you keep at it until you get it changed. You should have a local rep in your area. If you don't have their contact information, ask them for it. They can help you as well. But it took 14 emails, 3 different customer service reps. It finally got fixed. So you just can't stop. You have to know the rules, but do not give up. It is hard enough to make money in this business. And when I was going through the process, I was wondering how much money do they make every year by people just giving up? Or not checking. You know what I mean? You fire in a bunch of bets. Yes. You don't roll through and see what your actual bet slip says. So persistence, thy name is Lang. And that's a great tip for you folks. Make sure, you check your slips and make sure that they're not misgrading you and screwing you out of profits there, man. Way to go, Andy. Andy, you're standing up. You're putting on your Bill Krackomberger shoes, standing up for the everyday, man. It's important because my play was graded win, but they applied these dead heat rules in a situation where it didn't apply. And so it was a win. They graded it a win, but the payout was wrong. So you fight, and you don't give up on it. So all right, that's my public service announcement. So for those that say, does Andy bet? Yes, Andy bets his own plays. Absolutely. Let's do WTF LFG. Let's get back on the winning ways. A little bit of regression in the last couple of days. This is not my panic face here. So.
Yeah, well, let's be real. We were 21-13. So, Andy, sometimes when we go on these 5-game winning streaks, sometimes regression will come. Yes, Steve, no longer any Ben Rothwell talk here or Johns Hopkins Lacrosse. Well, luckily, you don't have to talk Johns Hopkins Lacrosse for your WTF LFG play. Usually I'm getting you the afternoon games. Andy and I actually have a play loaded for clients for the 3 p.m. game that's going today. So I got a free pick for you here in Holy Cross taking on Merrimack. Yes, the premier matchup here. This will be on ESPN Plus. However, it goes at 6. Andy, this just feels like to me, yes, I know Merrimack, for lack of a better term, Andy, is slightly ass. But this feels like just way too crazy of an overreaction. 4.5-point home underdog. You're seeing Merrimack against a team that has beaten this Holy Cross side 3 straight meetings. So for whatever reason, Merrimack has the special sauce when they're stepping up against Holy Cross. And Holy Cross deserves to be a 4.5-point road favorite because they beat Hofstra in double overtime last week. I'm not seeing it. Weather shouldn't be a factor. I think this more likely, I could see Merrimack winning this game outright, but more likely you're looking at a 2-goal, 1-goal win in a, kind of tight grind out game between Holy Cross and Merrimack. So we're getting 4.5 goals here, Andy. I think it's a no-brainer. Go with the home side. That's your free pick. And I said WTF as in wrong team favored. Does that mean this is a WTF for you, Andy? I mean, we didn't put it in as client play. You have an out here, buddy. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's already moved to 4 on DraftKings. It's 4.5 still at Randfuel.
Yeah.
So I would say the markets are telling you that, it's moving, and it does not take that much to move lacrosse lines, but somebody agrees with you on craft things. So I would say, this is an LFG. Markets are moving in your favor. Take the better number. I'm with you, brother.
I love it. All right, enough about the stick and ball. Let's just talk to the ball on the hardwood, and let's get things kicked off here with Drew Martin. How about that? What up, Drew?
Dan, what is good, my man? Yeah, excited to talk some college basketball. Always good to be on with you as well, Andy. And I'll second one thing that you said about dealing with the sports books and getting your money back and being correct in the process. I almost personally compare it to dealing with airlines. These are the two that I've had to do this with. And one extra thing I'll say is, yes, do everything Andy said, but also social media, use it in your advantage. Even if you don't have a lot of followers, get a buddy to say, hey, reply to what I put to this airline, to this sports book, and put your case out there on social media so other people can see it. And they respond to that very, very urgently. That's one thing I would add to what you're saying, Andy.
You're 100% right. Craft Things has their own social media support channel that you tag them in it, they will respond to you and it'll get the ball rolling. So, but again, just be diligent with it. So, all right, Drew, I gave out one of your free plays yesterday. It was on Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Great call. It won. So you're on a red hot 1-0 streak on free plays this week on WagerTalk Today. So let's do college basketball. And we're going to start with the biggest party. I'm not from the South. I can't remember what this is called. The Florida-Georgia game. What's it called?
Oh, it's one of the best rivalry names going. I'll tell you, Andy. It is the world's largest outdoor cocktail party. Florida versus Georgia. And usually it happens in Jacksonville, talking about the football game. But hey, we're talking about it hardwood style here. And this is a game where it's kind of an interesting aspect because Mike White, the head coach for Georgia, he's facing his own old team in the Florida Gators, the team that fired him. So he's going to have a little extra juice here. But Georgia's a team that runs a high-tempo offense, number 8 in the country in terms of number of possessions. The only problem is they haven't been going as fast lately in SEC conference play. And that's something I've had some success, is change in pace that each team is playing. Georgia's playing a little bit slower. They've actually hit the under in 2 straight. And they're going up against the Florida Gators. This is a team that I've actually seen in person. They're a very tall, very big team. A lot of length out there. They play really good defense. Yes, they're good on the offensive end efficiency-wise, but they're also the number 1 defensive efficiency team in the SEC, one of the best rebounding teams in the country. They have 3 guys on their starting 5 that are 6'9" or taller, and they get back on defense. Therefore, to put this total up in the mid 160s. It actually was 166 last night. Now we're seeing 164. I agree with this push towards the under, some of it being my money. I don't think we get there, Andy. I don't think we get into the 160s, actually. It's going to be, there's going to be scoring, obviously. The odds makers are telling us that. But this total is pinned a little bit too high by my projections. And I talked about Georgia under in 2 straight. How about the Florida Gators under in 5 straight games? What have you done for me lately? These 2 teams have been hitting unders. We're going to go Florida, Georgia under the total of 164.5 right now.
All right. Under 164.5 on the world's largest outdoor cocktail bar. Do they do it in basketball as well?
I don't believe so. That's more
make it happen.
Yeah, probably some guys joking about it, but to tell you the truth, both presidents, the president of the University of Florida, the president of the University of Georgia, have like publicly stated, please stop calling it that, and just nobody pays attention to it.
Why? Like, I think college kids drinking. It's the first time ever.
Yeah, and it kind of puts like a little bit of a party school atmosphere on those two universities, and very quietly, whether it's football or basketball success, the University of Florida and the University of Georgia have like crept up there in the university like academic rankings. So I think they're trying to take that a little bit more seriously.
Crept up in the academic. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I'm just kidding, Drew. Yeah, I guess it is a Wednesday during middle of the week with classes. So I guess it's pretty hard to start an early morning cocktail party out there. So let's go to Virginia Tech and Clemson. I believe this is on the free picks page over at WagerTalk. We got Clemson minus 8.5, over under 135.5. How do you break this one down?
I like the Clemson Tigers here, Andy. 20-4 on the season, 11-1 at home here in Clemson, South Carolina. And another, what have you done for me lately? 9-2 against the number, their last 11. So cashing 9 of their last 11 games. A slow-paced team, top 15 team in defensive efficiency, number 1 defensive efficiency team in the ACC. And there's kind of a matchup handicap that I like in this, and that is, first off, the Virginia Tech Hokies, they're just 5-6 in ACC play. But the matchup handicap I like is Virginia Tech, their point guard, Ben Hammond. He's a decent player, kind of plays a little bit up and down. But I've noticed when he plays against the better defensive teams, which obviously being the number 1 defensive team in the ACC in Clemson, I would put Clemson in that category. That on-ball defense, he really struggles against. He just played against NC State, a very talented team. He actually didn't score 1 basket. So when your point guard struggles against certain situations, I love fading that. And sure enough, you put a 20-win team in Clemson up against them. Already talked about how they've been cashing tickets recently. The last time these two teams played, it was 65-47. Virginia Tech didn't even get to the 50-point mark. All of this pointing towards Clemson. I do like the under if you kind of want to double it up. But personally, I'm on the Clemson Tigers minus 8 in the hook. I wouldn't be surprised if they win by double digits.
Lay the price, says our man Drew Martin, rocking the Auburn lid. Drew, we've been talking all week long about this Valentine's Day special. We're sharing the love with folks here where folks can get 6 days of action for just paying 3 days. And it's a great time to buy. We're heading here into the weekend. Obviously, plenty of college basketball action for you. What do you got locked and loaded over at the page, and how's it been running, brother?
Yeah, hammering out college basketball right now, Dan. I kind of, go with your sentiment of when the Super Bowl's over. It's not a terrible time at all. I put all of my emphasis into college basketball, and then when baseball comes around, I'm into that. So, it's CBB right now. It's been running well. Long term, we've talked about it. I'm actually at the 170 client pick mark. I'm 170. That's 100 wins and 70 losses. So long term there, 59% up over 100 units. If you're interested in the long-term packages, that's probably the way to go. Also on the 3% plus, I believe it's a 24-8 run. So it's been a nice run with that. Have a 3-for-1 package up for tonight, the Hump Day special, 3-for-1. You get a discounted package there, all 3 client plays. You can check that out. Drew Martin, WagerTalk.com.
Love it, Drew. Appreciate you, buddy. Always a pleasure. And we will see you next week, man. Best of luck tonight, Drew.
Absolutely, boys. Enjoy it. Thanks for having me on. Cash those tickets.
If there is not the world's largest outdoor cocktail party happening, Drew Martin will start it. Don't worry, folks. He will take up the mantle just for you. All right, Andy, I mentioned that Valentine's Day special. Ross is coming up here next. You mentioned we got a lacrosse play loaded. That one is going this afternoon, so you can go over and check that out. What else are we rocking? Because I believe golf starts tomorrow, our event, correct?
Well, actually, today's a huge day because Live Golf starts tonight. They're in South Africa. So this Wednesday pack started off with one play, and now it's ballooned into a 4%. I'm looking at 4% golf play, 4% NBA play, 1% NBA play, 4% lacrosse play, and we threw in the darts play for tomorrow in there. So one pack in Wednesday. Nice. We got you rocking. We got 2 4% rugby plays that start on Friday. So yeah, it's big. Yeah, this live we're 3-0 on our 4% golf plays, and we got a 4% best bet in live golf. So very, very bettable league. So the rule changes that they made this year benefit our betting style and the way we do. So I'm excited about today. So we had a down day yesterday. I lost the $5 play. Apologize, guys. Just didn't pan out. We had a bench player, Brandon Williams, coming off the bench for Dallas. I thought he would be just fine scoring points against Phoenix. And then another bench player scored 31 points. I had the wrong bench player for Dallas. Najee Marshall could not miss. So it happens, but we're going to bounce back today. Feeling good about it. Let's bring in Ross. Come on in here, Ross.
What's up? What's up, is here, baby. What's up, Ross?
Valentine's Day special. I know one of the women in the office had to make that because, geez, what an optimum way if you have a wife that bets on sports or a girlfriend that bets on sports and say, honey,
I like that.
Guess what I got for you? Not roses, but a 3-day, it's 6-day Valentine's Day special from Ross Benjamin. I'll be the most popular guy in the female community.
Ross is on to something there because flowers are going to die. They're going to wilt. You know, the gift that keeps on giving is riding with the boss. Come on, man.
Absolutely, man. I don't want to get into more detail because I'll get myself in
that's
trouble.
Probably smart.
I got more to add to that, but that's for off air rather than on air. So you guys I already heard that conversation before the show started,
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
We're not going to get into that either, but boy, oh boy, my man Skee.
Let's just say Skee had a great.
He's slowly turning into my idol after that story.
Yeah, well, that's Skee for you, baby. That's what we know. So, hey, maybe we'll circle back and hear story time from Skee Profit to end the show here. You'll have to tune in and stay tuned to find out. But Ross, let's talk some of these NBA games that you got rocking. This Thunder Suns game, New Mexico, Grand Canyon, and it's up to you. You want to talk college basketball or you want to talk NBA? What do you want to kick it off with, Ross?
Yeah, let's start with the college basketball. New Mexico at Grand Canyon, 10 o'clock tonight, FS1. Right. The last I looked, Grand Canyon's a 1.5-point home favorite. This is a New Mexico team that got off to a great start to the season and was getting up there in terms of ranked teams, especially when you look at KenPom. They're highly rated there. In all my rankings I give out when it comes to college basketball with my analysis on either video or in written form on my games I give out to my clients are all rankings at KenPom because, boys, I think that's the most accurate ratings you could find anywhere. It certainly beats the traditional AP coaches poll, which is just a human element. We're getting into all kinds of analytics all combined into one. So having said all that, New Mexico coming off back-to-back home losses against Boise State and Utah State. And now they have to travel to Phoenix, Arizona to take on the Grand Canyon Antelopes. And if you haven't watched a Grand Canyon home game, you're missing something because I think it's the most under-the-radar home court advantage anywhere in college basketball. As a matter of fact, KenPom has them as the number 32 ranked home court advantage in all of college basketball. They draw about over 7,000 fans a game. And if you haven't caught a game there, it's a raucous atmosphere. Try to catch it tonight, and you'll see exactly what I'm saying. Having said that, Grand Canyon has won their last 5 conference home games, including wins over number 25 Utah State, number 43 San Diego State, number 53 Boise State. So they haven't exactly been knocking off cream puffs, and they're playing with same season revenge. As earlier this year, they went to the pit in Albuquerque and got their drawers blown off as they lost that game 87-64. Despite that result, they're a favorite tonight, which speaks volumes to me from the odds maker standpoint. And the Antelopes are also coming off an 80-78 road loss at UNLV. Why is that important? Well, they haven't lost back-to-back games, all year. As a matter of fact, they're 7-0 this year when coming off a loss, and that includes 3-0 in Mountain West Conference play. In those 3 Mountain West Conference games, when they came off a loss, a plus 14.7 point per game differential. This game's virtually an even game. As a matter of fact, I'm going to opt for the money line here and take Grand Canyon minus 120 against New Mexico. I would go as high as minus 130 on this game, folks. And I don't have any trouble laying the point spread if you're uncomfortable with the money line. But optimally, I would like to see you use the money line, because nothing worse than winning a game by a point and not covering. So Grand Canyon minus 120 over New Mexico.
Love it. Love it. You got some agreement in the chat. You got some excitement in the chat from Colin, who said he was hoping he was going to be on the same side as you. Looks like yes, on the same side. So we move on to the NBA, the Thunder and the Suns. The Suns, they just keep shining. Thank you. You're welcome, everybody. No, they and the Thunder keep rolling. I'm on fire today. I did not write that, but we got the Thunder minus 7.5 over under 217.5. Back-to-back situation for Phoenix, though they are coming off of a win there. I continue to say the Suns, they just continue to surprise. One of the pleasant surprises of the season. Can they keep up here with OKC, get the cover, who's obviously without SGA? How do you break this one down?
Yeah, I'm going to opt for the total in this game. And again, folks, these are assigned picks. So it's not like this is my best play of the night. So bet conservatively. I told you that last week. That's not a sign of lack of confidence. That's just what we do as professional handicappers. We grade our plays. And this one would be a 1-unit value for me. You mentioned SGA being out. That's removing 31.8 points per game out of the lineup. Yes, other players need to step up, but they did put up some points in their last game, which was a win. However, it's a whole different situation now when teams like Phoenix, who's very good defensively, have time to prepare for you without SGA in a lineup. The previous meeting these teams played was on January 4th at Phoenix, and the Suns won that game 108-105, easily staying under the total of 229.5. And the Suns are coming off, like you said, last night's win, home win against Dallas, 120-111. However, back-to-back games, even if it's a home and home at this time of year in February, they take a little bit of toll on the players, and usually the first thing that shows up is weary legs. And when weary legs happen, poor shooting occurs. And also keep in mind, the Suns have only played 3 home games this year in which the total was between 210 and 219.5. All 3 of those contests went under the total with a combined 205.3 points scored per game. The Suns have scored 106 or less points in 6 of their last 10. Andy says they continue to shine, they continue to win, but they've shown where they could win low scoring games as well, evidenced by that 106 or less in 6 of their last 10. Oklahoma City, by the way, we know how good they are defensively, and offensively, they're right up there too at the top, but without SGA, that's going to hurt them tonight. And OKC has allowed 108 points or fewer in 5 of their last 6 games. I'm going to go under here, Andy. Very conservative play on Oklahoma City and the Phoenix Suns to go under 217.5.
Ross Benjamin, I wanted to ask you real quick. I mean, it's not hockey season, but did this Olympic break come at a good time for your Boston Sabres? They lost 3 out of 4 going into the break. No effect.
Yeah, it's 2 schools of thought. When you're going good, like they had been up until the last 3 games before the break, you want to continue because you got a lot of momentum. But now that course has changed a little bit, 0-2-1 in their last 3. sort of got away from the style of play that it's made them so successful. So I think the time away, and they only have 2 players that are in the Olympics. Rasmus Dahlin, who will be playing for Sweden and probably playing a prominent role for them, and Tage Thompson on the American team. And as much as Tage Thompson is the top scorer for the Buffalo Sabres, I don't know. I would not be shocked to see him be sat down, as an extra in a couple of these games. So it's not like there's a lot of wear and tear. So players are going to have a lot of rest, but it's hard to predict, Andy. We're talking about a franchise that hasn't made the playoffs in 14 years, and they're off to a great first 3 quarters of the season, 25 games left to play. Man, oh man, I hope for not only my sake, but fellow Buffalo Sabre fans who have been diehards over the years like myself, that they could finally crack the playoff drought and get in and give some enthusiasm to the fan base, which is much deserved.
Yeah, absolutely. It's exciting to watch. I always like when you see these teams not come out of nowhere, but just overachieve. And in hockey, just make the playoffs.
I don't know, Andy, I don't know if they're overachieving more than they've underachieved in recent years, because if you look at that lineup, their top 4 defensemen, you'd be hard pressed to find a better top 2 pair defensively in the NHL. And they lack a little bit of depth scoring when you get into their 4th line or so, but I think they're starting to play to their potential more than they're overachieving.
Nice. What do you have up for everyone on this Wednesday, Ross?
Well, I mean, again, look, here's the thing, folks. If you're looking for me to post picks the night before, and it's not, especially during the week, not a weekend. Weekends I will post the night before on occasion. I'm not your guy, okay? And I'm a counter puncher. I'm not somebody who tries to think they're smarter than the odds maker and anticipate the move. I just found my success has come as a counter puncher. So I give out my picks sort of early afternoon type of thing, just to warn you ahead of time. But, why you should consider dealing with me is the fact I'm up over 180 units since May the 13th, 2025. As a matter of fact, just short of 9 months. And like I asked Dan last week, when it lasts that long, you make that much money, is it really a fluke? It's not. So the best thing to do is take advantage of this offer we got now for $14.99. It's $500 off, 365-day all-access pass. You get all sports, all premium picks, including 5% best bets for $14.99. When you do the math, it's awful cheap, especially for a handicapper my caliber. I just gave you the numbers. And also, folks, you'll get a 25% bonus coupon that will be good for 365 days, where not only will you get my picks, but if you decide to buy from anybody else, no matter what, unlimited usage, 25% off through that 365-day period. And also the 10-day package we got going on right now for $99 in the Valentine's Day package. What better way to give your wife a gift than to buy her a six-day package from me, Valentine's Day special, for $69. Boy, oh boy, I'm going to leave that price alone. Anyway.
You got the kiss cam on there for you, Ross.
I saw it in there, Andy, and I had to do it. I was like, oh, he's throwing out the Valentine's Day. I can hit him with the kiss cam. That was well done.
You can just say, well, listen, it was on sale. Oh, okay. It was on sale. Thank God you didn't pay full price for the 6-day pass. That's how you can sell it to her, Ross. Thank you very much. Great breakdowns. Good luck.
Boy, it's always Ross. A pleasure. Thank you for having me again.
Thanks, Ross. Good luck, buddy.
Oh, Ross, the boss.
It is after the kiss cam. I got him.
Do you do anything for
Valentine's? Luckily, he was not a CEO at a Coldplay concert, so kiss cam, no results there. Bad.
Do you do anything for Valentine's Day these days, Dan? Is it like a
no? Luckily, my wife is like, this is corporate bullshit. So I luckily get to stave away. I mean, like I'm a romantic guy as is. I don't need Valentine's Day to tell me to be romantic. You know what I mean? I'm a lover. It's what I am, Andy.
You're one that's like every day is Valentine's Day in my house.
I mean,
chocolates and flowers every single day.
You know, I'm a great cook. It's hard to have a wife that doesn't love you when you're a great cook. You know what I mean?
It's a good point. Great story from Skee Profit before we were recording. Unfortunately, is not suitable for YouTube or the workmates. Let's just say Skee may or may not celebrate Valentine's Day. Skee, how are you?
His picks are so damn good; those shouldn't be suitable. How about that, Andy? How about that?
Man, I don't even want to get started on another Valentine's Day story.
The fact you got multiple alone.
Absolutely not. But it was great. It was a great story. But anyway, good to be back with you guys. I appreciate y'all having me.
Yeah, we got a couple games to go over. I'm kicking myself, Skee, with your team, the Lakers, yesterday. I was like, are they going to sit LeBron and Reeves? And the opening line was like, no, they're not going to. And I was like,
exactly.
Man, you could get the Spurs at such a great price. If they sit LeBron and Reeves, it's going to be a cakewalk. And I missed out on it. But we're going to have you break down a doubleheader here. You got the Knicks and the 76ers. You got the Spurs and the Warriors. And I was completely wrong. I thought the Knicks would blow through my Pacers, come in refreshed tonight. Now they're on a back-to-back. Their starters played a bunch of minutes. They lost. This is not a great spot for the Knicks, although I did have to laugh. The one starter, Skee, that did not play a lot of minutes was, of course, Karl Anthony Towns. Why? Because he fouled out. Which is just, it's just hilarious, of course.
Yeah.
So,
you know, Towns, they talked to him about that too. And he said that he was going to do better, and he continues to do the same thing over and over again. So just doesn't learn.
Against the Pacers, Skee, how you can't foul out against the Pacers backups? It's inexcusable. So, all right, what are we doing with this?
Since he didn't play a lot of minutes, you can probably expect him to play today. But I don't know that we can say that about everybody. And it's still not for sure that he will play today. Like you mentioned, the Knicks are coming off a game yesterday. It was an overtime game. They have to travel. And, you know, everybody knows they have a little mini vacation coming up after this game. I could see, you know, Jalen Brunson potentially sitting and, you know, some other guys. And if they do, that's a lot of points missing in this game. On the other side, I mean, Anunoby and Mitch Robinson sat yesterday. I expect them to play. And those are two more defensive guys. So I'm looking at this. I think this is a lower scoring game. You look at the pace of the last 5 games, they're ranked 24th and 25th. I like under the 222.5. And if I have to pick a side, you know, based on everything I've said, it's absolutely an advantageous spot for the Sixers. You know, home favorites with rest advantage, I believe, win around 73% of the time. And, you know, minus 2.5, you're only going to have to pay what? Minus 35, 140. Math-wise, it makes sense. So I would only be picking the Sixers from a side perspective. I am on the under in this game.
Okay, and then we move to the Spurs and the Warriors. Spurs, the exact opposite. Their starters didn't even have to play 30 minutes in that game. So the Warriors thinking they're going to get a tired Spurs team, and they're just not. I mean, this is a full go ahead for San Antonio, like you said in the mini break. Coming up, minus 7.5, over under 220.5. We going right back to the Spurs, or can the Warriors keep this close?
No, you know what? I want to look at the total in this one once again. For one, I like the way the Spurs have been playing lately. I mean, 3 just explosive offensive performance, 130 plus. You look at the assist category, 30 plus assists each game. That's a sign of a team, you know, that's in a really, really good rhythm right now. So I expect that to continue for this last game. What I don't expect to continue is, you know, the big defensive effort. Like I said, a lot of teams know, you know, they have a little bit of a vacation coming up after this game. The Spurs are probably looking at the Warriors without Steph Curry and, you know that they can win this game. I don't think you get their best defensive effort. So combining those things, I think the Warriors can score. And, you know, when I look at the injury report, I don't love seeing Melton and Richard questionable, but I do think they both play, and I think they both can add a lot to the offensive end. So I just think this is a situation where both teams score. I'll go over on this game.
And there's, before we let you go, there's been a lot we're making about tanking season and everything. I was kind of thinking today it'd be funny to make the tanking, like the power rankings, the teams that are doing it the best. My Pacers, they're not doing it the best. The Jazz, they're not doing it the best. I have the Kings as a pretty clear leader. Did you see the lineup
It
they're
sounds
throwing
like
out there
the
tonight?
hell no list that I used to have, Andy. That's exactly what this sounds like.
Yeah, I have the Kings and the Nets and the Wizards as the top three in terms of the tanking power rankings. Did you happen to see who the Kings are playing tonight?
Oh, there you go. I didn't get to that game yet, but or maybe I did and I just skipped over it because I think it's too degenerate. But what do you think?
Yeah.
There's gonna be no defense.
I mean, Carter, Clifford, DeRozan, Achua, and Raynaud is your starting lineup. They are literally sitting everybody. So the Jazz seem like they're winning game. The Jazz have too good of a bench. That's the problem.
I'll tell you what, just off eyeball, first off, because I didn't even really go through the props so far today. But Ace Bailey plays good at home. Kings defense is trash. I'd be interested in this points prop tonight.
I like that one. I am on Raynaud over his rebounds with
That's
Sabonis
also
out
been
of
hot.
Yeah. He had 19 rebounds the other night. 30. He had 19 rebounds because nobody else on the team was there.
Like
yeah. What are the Kings averaging in attendance? Probably not great. The good news, I think tickets are probably pretty inexpensive.
My sister's been begging me to go to a Kings game, and I don't even like. Out of all the games, why do I want to go to the Kings game? But it makes me think about that one fan who's like the season holder. And, remember how they were treating him, or the players, DeRozan was talking to him? Like, this is the one guy who's willing to pay for season tickets and be there all the time. I think you should maybe treat him a little better.
Great seats available. I'm sure great seats are available at the Kings games. So, Skee, what do you have up for everybody these days? And tell them about your and Rob Vino's show as well. I love it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, me and Vino will be live in about an hour. We'll go through pretty much the entire NBA slate. We'll break it down. So if you like myself or Vino, that's the place to, go through the entire NBA slate, and we'll help you out. We'll share a couple picks, and obviously some of them we can't share, but it's a good place to gather all your NBA info for betting for the day. As far as what I've been doing lately, last 30 days have been pretty good. I'm off of a really bad day. So I got reverse swept yesterday, and after that, last 30 days in basketball says I'm up 42.8 units, 57.7% on about 165 plays. So I've been running pretty good in basketball, which I like to think I'm pretty good at bouncing back too. So after a day like that, I think today is a good day to join. And like Ross said, I'm a kind of guy who likes to wait a little bit and add throughout the day. So you don't even see a package on my page right now. I've already made 2 plays, and I'm just waiting on some more injury stuff to make a couple more. So all excess passes are the way to go.
Yeah, we get those specials. You can get Skee, get the 6 days for the price of 3. Skee, thank you so much for joining us. Tell Rob we said hi, and you can get all of Skee's plays, wt.buzz/HP. Thank you, Skee. Appreciate you, brother.
You. Later.
Have a good one. All right, Skee Profit, they're always bringing the heat. Yeah, he and Rob do a great show with.
No, it definitely. I mean, people love it, that live chat, and he's slowly brought back the "That's My Dog" segment, which was one of our favorites from our NBA show. So yeah, definitely check that out. 1:45 ish, we call that. It's scheduled for 1:30. Whenever they go live, if you're subscribed, you get the little notification. It's it's appointment viewing right there, baby.
Let's do all around the world, and then we got some time to kill. So Rex asked for some golf breakdowns. Let's do all around the world, and then I'll go over a little bit of golf. We're going to be recording the golf show right after this, so I'll be up this afternoon, a lot more in depth here. So we got some weird ones here today. Hornets and Hawks.
Ozempic.
Yep. We have a couple nicknames this season for the Premier League, and Ozempic is one of them. We'll start with Hornets and Hawks. Ryan Kalkbrenner over 7.5 rebounds. Bridges and Diabate are most surely going to be suspended for the brawl the other night. They had a day off, and the NBA normally doesn't let you play in the next game after something like that. So fully expect the suspensions to come in. He's getting the start. The last couple of games without Diabate, he's played 24 minutes. He's had 12 and 11 rebound chances. Bridges and Diabate are their number 1 and number 2 rebounders, and the Hawks have 3 guys that are questionable tonight. The Hawks are also not good against allowing rebounds, so I like this backup center that's going to start and get big-time minutes to go over his rebounds. Yeah, Ozempic Van Gerwen. So Michael Van Gerwen is his name. And he just randomly showed up, and boy, he's thin. He's also playing really, really well. So this is tomorrow. We'll take a sprinkle on him on the money line over Josh Rock. Josh Rock is this like young up-and-comer, and he's getting a ton of publicity over in Europe and England. If you ask some of the hardcore darts fans, they kind of don't get it. And last week in week 1, Josh Rock lost in the very first round. Van Gerwen won the entire thing. So we're taking Ozempic Van Gerwen. Yeah, we're taking Ozempic Van Gerwen tomorrow, first round. And we do have a client best bet that is up in that pack that goes off today. So you want to get our official best bet, grab that one. And then this is from the free picks page. I just chuckled at this one. Olympic hockey. Andrew McGinnis has Sweden -4.5 versus Italy.
Wow.
Here's the basic breakdown. Sweden has plenty of NHL players. Italy doesn't. It's a pretty good point.
Very
I can't really think off the top of my head.
It's foolproof.
Who are the who are the Italian
studs.
NHL players you're terrified of these days?
Carmine Bianco. It's really your only option.
I I think it's so. So anyway, I thought this was a great breakdown. He lists like the Swedish NHL players. I have good lineup, and then Italy. I was like, interesting.
Crazy.
So anyway, he thinks that sets up for a blowout. So there's your all around the world free picks page. The golf tournament is the AT&T Pebble Beach. If you've not watched a tournament at Pebble Beach, it is arguably top 3 most photogenic courses. It's absolutely beautiful. A couple of there's a head-to-head matchup, Michael Thor Bjornsson over Ludwig Ober. I smell a rat with this one. Ober, he withdrew with an illness a couple tournaments ago, then he missed the cut right after that. He did the same shit last year, withdrew with an illness, and then was awful for a couple months. So I'm not buying Ludwig Ober. I think Thor Bjornsson is a good one there. As far as you want some top 20 finishes, Rex, my guy, Sahith Theegala, continues to finish inside the top 20, and he's really, really underrated. What do they have him here at top 20? Plus 265 inside the top 20. If you want to do it including ties, you're right around like plus 230. So I love that one. Chris Gotterup is -102. Dan, he's won 2 out of 3 tournaments that he's played this season. What are we doing here? Why is he only -102 to finish in the top 20? He's one of the best golfers on on tour. So, yeah, those are a couple plays that you can look at. Those are all on craft things. So,
well done. Well done, Andy.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, all right, that's going to do it for it, guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate all you guys for watching. Please hit the like button, leave us a comment, and we'll be back tomorrow. We got some big plays today. We got some big plays tomorrow. So hopefully we're showing up with our bankrolls a little bit bigger. We'll see everyone tomorrow. Take care.